The National Migration Institute has corrected the death toll after a fire at a Juarez detention center killed dozens of migrants last night. Officials are now saying the number of people who died is 38, not 40 or 39, as previously both reported. They say 30 migrants were injured. The video playing that you see right here is causing controversy. It shows the moments the facility caught fire and officers are seen leaving while migrants are still locked in those cells. And then you can see right here, it basically becomes a room full of smoke. This is believed to be one, if not the deadliest fires in the borderlands history. The National Migration Institute is right next to the Stanton Bridge. ABC7's Sarah Correa joins us live from there. Sarah.
Eric, I'm at the Stanton Bridge on the U.S. side now in Ciudad Juarez, right below that bridge. That's where that migrant detention facility is located, so close to us. I want to show you the devastating scenes from our sister city. This woman was crying for her husband, who was seriously injured in the fire. Dozens of bodies were laying on the street, covered by mylar blankets. Morgue vans, ambulances, firefighters, the military, and police all surrounded the facility after the fire broke out inside the migrant cells.
En la puerta del albergue.
President Lopez Obrador was saying it happened at the shelter's door, but the facility isn't a shelter. It's a detention facility. Tuesday morning, the Mexican president explained what happened moments before the fire.
Esto tuvo que ver con una protesta.
He says this was part of a protest that they initiated, as we understand, after they learned they would be deported. The president said migrants put mattresses and set them on fire to protest. He said they were going to be deported, but for migrant advocates like Father Javier Carvillo, those claims don't add up.
Quisieron limpiar la ciudad, quitando los migrantes, porque se miraba muy feo.
He says it's sad to think authorities wanted to clean the city by taking migrants out of it.
Yo creo que es algo que ya mirábamos venir.
Father Carvillo says the tragedy is something he saw coming. He added since the Venezuelan migrants arrived at the border, there's been tension between them and Mexican authorities. Here's surveillance video from inside the facility when the fire broke out. You can see the fire erupting on the upper left corner of your screen. This video shows two officers walk away as migrants look to them for help behind the locked cell. Another officer quickly walks by as you see the fire spread further to the middle of your screen. Migrants run to the cell door before the room fills with smoke. The surveillance camera eventually lost visibility. The National Migration Institute says it will cover all funeral costs for the victims. Reporting live from the Stanton Bridge, Sarah Correa, ABC7.
All right, Sarah, and tonight the National Migration Institute identified all but one of the victims of the fire. These numbers include those who died and those who were injured. 28 people were from Guatemala, 13 from Venezuela, 13 from Honduras, and 12 from El Salvador, as well as 1 from Colombia and 1 from Ecuador. The National Migration Institute identified all but one by name, something that will come as a relief for some migrants who did not know if their family members had died or were injured. Migrants across Juarez say the information about what happened that Mexican authorities may released may not be accurate. They are demanding answers. Just outside the center, migrants gathered to protest. The migrants are chanting they want justice. ABC7 spoke with several of them. They told us they agree it's possible men inside the detention center were protesting being rounded up from the streets of Ciudad Juarez only to be deported. But they question claims that migrants barricaded themselves inside the building, setting mattresses on fire. We asked the group if it's possible that their fellow migrants could have set the mattresses on fire inside the building.
No creo que una persona mismo vaya a arriesgar su vida cuando está encerrado. Y no creo porque si fuera así donde está.
He's saying he doesn't think a person would risk their life when they are locked up inside the migrants. They said everything is taken from them once they're detained there, including lighters. The group told us it's unlikely they would risk their lives crossing several countries only to commit a mass suicide. And just outside the facility, migrants from across Juarez are also bringing flowers. They've created a memorial honoring the lives lost. Migrants told us they plan to take their protest a step further. They say they will walk together to the Rio Grande and cross into El Paso tomorrow at 7 a.m. Count on Good Morning El Paso from 4:30 to 7 a.m. to continue tracking this situation and see if they do make that move towards El Paso. Bishop Mark Seitz also reacting to the fire today. He sends his prayers to the victims and said in part, quote, "I will continue to call for justice and humane immigration policies that respect the dignity and rights of all people." El Paso Mayor Oscar Leeser also saying in a statement in part, quote, "We are one region. Juarez is our sister city, and we are family. We extend our deepest condolences to the families of those lost in the fire." El Paso Congressman Veronica Escobar saying in a tweet, quote, "This refugee crisis has put vulnerable people at great risk every step of the way."